I see one person has come in the room. Who do we have here? We have Debbie Neville, welcome. And Georgiana Rose, the Bud Files, FLX John. Hey, I know that guy. Whew. I traveled from Fort Gay, West Virginia, to my hometown near Ithaca, New York. So today I think I did like 350 miles, and yesterday I did closer to 500, and then from Jeremy's to West Virginia was a full day, a full 8-hour drive. From Florida, this would have been, I don't know, like 1,300 miles. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Happy to see you. It was a really good trip. I'm happy to be here. It is so freaking cold. Oh my God, Debbie. Let me tell you what. Let's go look at what the temperature is here tonight. Right now, it's cold. I think it's colder than that. I'm waiting for the weather to update. It is 33 degrees right now. 33 degrees. And I think it's going to get a little colder overnight. Chilly, chilly, chilly. I'm at my dad's. I'm inside. I've got a nice warm place to sleep tonight. Hey, Frederick Romano. Haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome. I only get about a month in the fields up here before they're planted. And then once they're planted, I can't get out in them until the fall. Hey, PA Dave, welcome. So Debbie, to answer your question about going too early, Tanya, I'm sorry. It's cold. That's some cold weather. It's cold here. Nice. I met John this afternoon from FLX. He met me down in Ithaca. I picked up some flowers to take to some friends. I picked up a couple of bouquets, a big one, a big Easter bouquet, and a smaller bouquet, and some tulips, and then I went to their house and delivered them and pet the dog and played with the cats and talked about the colonial cornfield, and we're going to go out there tomorrow. They're going to plant. They're going to plow first. They disked it last year right after I left New York. So John says, after meeting you, I was inspired to hit a field tonight. It was cold. John, I hope you found something good out there. John's going to come over here and come over to the colonial field, and he said he's never found a KG coin. So we're going to get him out there and try to get him a KG. I found KG 2 and 3s out there. I found Connecticut State Copper, New York State Copper, and other cool stuff. Hi, Randy. Welcome, buddy. Happy you could make it tonight. So, Debbie, they disked the field at the end of the year, which knocks down all the corn stalks. So last year when I was hunting that field, there was corn stalks sticking up about 18 inches. And now it's all flat ground. Very soon they will plow, and the plows turn the earth about 2 feet deep. Hi, Bud Files. Welcome. Kim's Nature Channel. Welcome, buddy. Happy to have you here. I'll take that Spanish off your hands. I bet you would. I found that my first year of metal detecting, and I sold that. I found that in Florida, my very first year with a coil. He said he found a mid 1800s ring tonight, costume he believes, and some horseshoes. That's really cool, man. I love finding horseshoes, honestly. I think horseshoes are awesome. John, you want to come up and show people what you found? I don't think I have a guest tonight, so if you'd like to come up and show off your finds, I'd be happy to throw a link up for you. Let me see if I can open my YouTube. Kim, thank you so much for hanging out with me on my road trip. PA Dave says that he dropped that, John. You better go give it back. Hey, NorCal, welcome. Let me go over to my right there. We got 9 people in the room. I'm really happy to see that because I did not really take a whole lot of time. I forgot to create a I forgot to create this video beforehand. John says he can try. John, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. You click on that, and it'll take you to a room where you can sign in to come up. We'll put you in the green room, and we'll have a chat. There's your link, John. Feel free to click on it. And anybody in the room that wants to click on the link and come up and say hi and show us what you found, feel free to click that link and come up here and have a visit with us. We're going to have a mail call tonight as well. Because I made it back to my dad's and I got some mail here. I got a lot of mail actually. John says he'll give PA Dave the horseshoes back. That's nice of you, John. You're a good guy. When I made my stop today, my little friend up here, when they found out I was coming home, they made me a little sticky note that says, "Welcome back from the Van Ambergs." And inside of this little tub is, oh my God, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Oh, baby. Here comes John. Hey, John.
Hey, Dennis.
How you doing?
I'm good. Warming up finally.
Oh, me too. Yeah. I spent a couple hours over with the girls and got some homemade chocolate chip cookies made just for me. Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking a little scotch to warm up.
Oh, there you go. I got to my dad's, had a couple slices of pizza, and then started unpacking the van so I could be up in the house and warm. Kim says, and y'all, John, did you watch this video?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I will.
So Kim says, if you haven't seen the crazy video of Dennis and the Goat Path, I suggest you guys check it out after the live stream. It's comedy gold. Well, I'm going to tell you what, that was unreal. So, yeah. Scary at the time, funny afterwards. Hey, Scratching Boomers. So, let's see what you got.
Well, let me see if I can show you. Oh, okay.
Put you single layout.
Uh-oh. All right.
You got a little ring.
Yeah. Like I said, it might be gold-plated, but I think it's probably more a costume.
Okay.
But
that's pretty cool. What is on the top of it?
Like a little, I wouldn't say a pearl, but it's like a pearl shaped.
Okay.
It's all like one piece.
That's pretty cool.
It's like, and I don't look for jewelry for the most part, but it's like my fourth ring of the year, I think, so far.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
it's all 1800s foundations. I found a copper ring at Come Out Swinging in
Okay.
Pennsylvania, so that was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
Put your face back on there, Dennis.
I will do that. There you go. Don't let John fool you. He's younger than I am.
Yeah,
Well, maybe.
I'm gonna be 60 next month. So
Maybe he's not younger than I am.
no,
But he
no.
looks younger than me. And that's what's important.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to say hello to so Come Out Swinging. I met Frederick Romano from New York City.
Nice.
Really cool guy.
Nice.
And PA Dave Relic, or I call him Silver Sniper Dave. He was there. I had met him before.
Okay.
I wanted to say hello to those guys. So.
Awesome. I haven't met a lot of people. I met Jeremy and Tanya on this trip up, and I met I know Kim from Florida. I met her this year. She says still 1800s jewelry is awesome. You're absolutely right. Whether it's copper or it's gold or it's silver, doesn't make any difference. It's about the history of that stuff.
Yeah, the cool thing about this ring, I believe, is where I found it. There was a girl that she was born in 1840, and she died in 1856. She was 15 years old. Her name's Augusta, and she's buried in the local cemetery. And I go visit there, and I plant a couple of flowers.
Nice.
But I think I'm going to take this ring, and I think I'm going to put it on her headstone there. I think that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
A couple years ago up here, I found a bracelet, a birth bracelet, and on the front it had the girl's name, Lenore, and on the back it had the date, 7/12/42, and I went and spoke to the property owners, and they said that the family that lived there before them had a child named Lenore. And in 1979, they were headed to their new house on the other side of Booth Road, and their car flipped over. They had a Maverick. Christmas Day. I remember that accident because I lived up in that area, and we were trying to get them out of the car. The car caught on fire, and the family died. And we determined that birth bracelet would have been Lenore's.
Wow.
She was buried in Pennsylvania. I found out where. I went to the cemetery, made arrangements to go out, dig a small hole, and put the bracelet at her gravestone.
That's really cool, Dennis.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think it's bad booga to keep stuff like that or to sell it. If you can identify an owner, you give it back. Or the best thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad story, but Mavericks were notoriously bad cars. And we lived out in the boondocks, and it got icy, and it was always tough. So I'm glad I got back to her.
Yeah. I found a class ring last fall, and I found it right on the. Remember you were talking about the King family? So on my side of the lake, there's King Road, and at a King house, I found a class ring from 1944, I think. Nice. It was gold plated, and the ancestor, the granddaughter, still lives there, and the daughter lives not too far from me. And I returned that ring to the daughter of the mom, the mom passed away in 2008.
Nice.
It was also my wife's school nurse, which was kind of interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
The owner of the ring, but it went back to the family where it belonged.
Yeah. I wonder if your King family isn't related to our King family.
Could be.
Because you're in Trumansburg, right?
Yeah, and they're one of the earliest settlers around here, the King family.
The King family. So our King family, our town was named after this family who owned the ferry boat that went across the lake to Trumansburg. So I would guess that your King family and my King family are related.
Could be, but that's a long ways across that lake, though. Then.
Oh, they went all the way across the lake. Yeah. They could have brought over a cousin that they didn't like and dropped her on the other side of the lake and left her. It's entirely possible, right? Yeah. And our King family, um, their first home was 1720. It was long before this town was incorporated in 1789. So, I mean, it's possible that they're somehow related. You never know.
I think this King family is like 1790s, early 1800s, according to my book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shannon Dalton says where he's at, the original plats all show the land as M. King land. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Kim, for keeping up with that, because I miss the chat sometimes. I see Felipe's in. Welcome, Felipe. I hope you're surviving the cold. I'm sorry, the warm air in Florida. Yeah, Felipe, that's the drone bandit. He's in Orlando, Florida. But nevertheless, John and I had a nice meeting today, and we are going to get together and do some metal detecting. I met with the family that owns the Colonial Cornfield today, and they said you're welcome to come up there with me, as long as you're willing to show them what you find.
Oh, sure.
They probably won't ask for anything. They've never asked for anything from me, but they want to at least see what you're finding, whether it's what we consider trash or treasure. They want to see what you're finding, and that's reasonable.
Makes sense. I would ask the same if it was my land.
Absolutely.
Just to know.
Yeah, just to know what's coming off the ground and what people are finding. There's a lot of history in that little piece of field. There was the original King house, Joshua King, and then there was a schoolhouse, and it was the first schoolhouse in Cayuga County, and that's pretty significant. Like I said, last year I got 5 Flying Eagle pennies in that field. 3 of those, I picked 3 of those off the surface. I got 2 fatties, fatty Indians, 63 and a 64. I got 7 colonial coppers, 1 colonial copper mashed into a wizard toy, and 6 large cents, all out of that field. Fantastic property, and that was swinging between the rows of corn, because I had the corn stalk, the 18-inch corn stalk. So,
wait, when you say colonial coppers versus large, so colonial coppers versus largie, there's a difference.
Yeah, how do I say that? I think of those as a different type of large cent. A U.S. largie, like a matron or cornet head.
Okay.
They're thick. They're heavy copper. The KG coins, the British, the KG coins are thin, and any KG you find out here is going to be from the 1700s.
Oh yeah, so that makes sense to call it colonial. Okay.
Right. So
I'm still learning.
No, you're fine. You're doing fine. Hey, Scratching Boomers, welcome. Hey there, Drone Bandit, Felipe, welcome. I look at those as colonials. I don't look at them as large cents.
Gotcha.
Just like I look at a Flying Eagle, the same I look as a fatty Indian.
Yeah,
because they're made of the same material.
Yeah, they're fat.
They're fat.
Mm-hmm.
The early small cent, the Flying Eagle, and the first few years of the fatty Indian, those are 88% copper and 12% tin. And then we go to the later Indians, which are bronze, and then the latest Indians into the 1900s are copper.
Okay, I didn't know the difference.
Yep, there's a very, I think it's 3 or 4 years that the Indians were made out of bronze, and they sound different when they ring up on your metal detector.
I agree that the Flying Eagles and fatties also ring up a lot different than
they do. here's what I've learned. The $2.50 gold coin will ring up at a 15 VDI because it's the size of a dime, but it's gold and it's thick. A square nail will ring up at a 15, but it's got a different sound, just like the gold coin. The Flying Eagle and the Fatty Indians also ring up at a 15. But again, the sound is slightly lower than a gold coin, but higher than a square nail. And a pull tab will ring up at a 15, but it sounds like crap. But you still have to dig it up because I found a silver ring here that rang up at a 15, but it wasn't as crappy of a sound as a pull tab. And I dug it up and it was sterling silver. So, that number that we look at, really, we shouldn't be looking at the number. We should be listening to the sound. And if you're smart, you'll just dig everything. Frederick Romano says those early ones have a different coloration frequency. You're absolutely right. The colonial coppers they're different. They're copper, but I don't think they're 100% copper on the KGs. So I would have to look at that and see, but I don't think they're 100% copper, but they're thin. They're skinny. It's like England put them on a diet before they shipped them over here, So it'll be interesting for me to see if I can dig another one of those this year. I am going to the Colonial Cornfield tomorrow afternoon. I've got the generator off the van already. Tomorrow when it's a little warmer, because it's stupid ass cold out there right now. Let me tell you what. But tomorrow I'm going to take the big sail off the top of the van. That's my paddle board. Hey there, digging historic land. Welcome. Stupid question. What is a morel? A morel is a mushroom, and morels are in season right now, and they're really valuable. And people who know how to find those will go and dig them up, and they make a boatload of money off from them. I personally, I could tell you what they look like, but I'm not going to because this is a family show. And John, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah. Anybody who's seen a morel knows what a morel looks like.
Yeah.
I personally don't want to eat any of them because of what they look like.
Well, they're a little shrivelly though, so.
A little shrivelly at the top. Yeah. Hey, Jim Steele. Well, I didn't see you earlier. Welcome. And Caleb is here. That's Gold and Silver Hunter, and he is in Auburn, New York.
Oh, cool.
I don't know where he is, but yeah, he's just down the lake from me. Jim Steele says they sell for $25 to $35 a pound. That's pretty good. Yeah,
I've seen them go for a lot more than that too.
Oh yeah, they can. There's a lot of mushrooms that sell very well. I'm not. Oh, look there. Shannon Dalton sent me a picture of them. We'll show that because then you'll know. Tanya, that is a morel.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do with them. I don't know if they're like a portobello or whatever. Tim Steele says, "Send them to me, please." Yeah, I don't go out and get morels. I don't do this. And then here's some that he's cut up and put in oil. I don't know. They just look kind of freaky to me. I don't want to eat something that looks like that. Personally. Yeah. So
I know they're popping out in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I think in New York I think it's going to be another couple of weeks before you'll probably find them.
They were stuff was starting to pop in West Virginia when I was there, and Shannon Dalton says fry them up in hot grease. Duh. Well, I wouldn't have known that because I don't eat that kind of stuff. What we get, Cynthia says she used to find them in Alaska and they're delicious. Cynthia used to live in Alaska, her and her husband. So she would know. Yes.
I think everything's delicious in Alaska.
Well, I'll tell you, I love the salmon up there.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish when I lived there, I knew about gold mining because I'd have made a fortune before I left.
That would have been awesome.
Or gone broke trying. Hey there, Randy. Welcome. I think I said welcome earlier, but I don't remember because my brain is melted.
Hey, Dennis, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you found chain links that go down to the well?
Yes.
Okay. So I have found those before too. Tonight I actually found like a 2-foot section of the chain with 2 of the links still attached. That's the first time I've ever found that.
Wow.
And then and when I find those chain links, I always look where the foundation was and where they were because I figure the well's pretty close.
Yep.
And lots of coins are found between, you know what I mean, between the well and the house.
Right.
So I started to circle out from there, and I got a beautiful signal on my legend, thinking it was going to be a seated dime, or at least an Indian penny, and it was one of those little stinking copper washers.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, a little, like less than a 1/4 inch, like super tiny, but what a signal! And then like bazinga. Keep looking.
Yeah. Don't give up. Keep looking because there's probably a silver out there, and probably a larger 12.
Well, I found those last year on this field. I found a seated dime there, and I found a couple of these and flying eagle.
Okay. Was your eagle on the surface, or did you have to dig it up?
So my 3 flying eagles were not buried very deep. My first shield nickel I found on the surface before my detector did.
I haven't found one of those yet.
Oh, okay. I found 5 of those so far, but my first one was right on the surface. And then I found a couple of fatty Indian heads before my detector found them.
Wow.
In the same field. But.
Yeah. Shield nickel is on my list. A trime is on my list.
Oh, yeah. Trime's on my list.
My white whale this year is to find a Spanish silver in New York. Yeah. You're going to find a KG this year.
I hope so.
You will.
I think it's one of those things, though. You have to have something you can't find.
Yeah.
And it keeps you going, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for me, metal detecting became an activity to give me a positive thing to do every day during the cancer treatments. And it's just continued on to become something I have thoroughly enjoyed more than I expected I would. It's become an obsession. Hey, 7, welcome. Yeah, it's become an obsession. I bought a few metal detectors this year. I sold a couple to Jeremy. I have one more in the van that I'm going to be delivering to an 11-year-old girl up here near my hometown. She went metal detecting with me last year. I let her use the Equinox for a little while. She loved it. I let her and her family borrow the Vanquish 540 for 30 days. She had a blast.
That's awesome.
I gave her a test garden with some silver and Indians and wheat pennies and silver quarter, and she found them all. She did it on her own. She didn't want any help. And this year, I came back to New York with a brand new in-the-box metal detector for her. She's also going to get one of my Gravedigger shovels because I bought a new shovel when I was in South Carolina. I ordered a new shovel. I bought her a pinpointer last year. I bought her a small hand digging tool, and I bought her a fines pouch with the intent of bringing another metal detector back for her. I'm really excited to give it to her. She just turned 11 like a week ago. So a great late birthday gift. Pretty happy about that. So you're going to find a KG this year. I've got so many. I've got some really good properties, and you're right across the lake. You're not far away. We can get you over here and swinging on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Too bad there's not a bridge that goes across.
Oh, my God. Just get in your damn kayak and float across, man. Stop being a wimp. You can do it, man. That water's not that cold. The ice is gone, right? I mean, don't be a pansy. Get on your kayak. Let's go.
The lake is so cold it doesn't freeze.
See the problem.
I think it froze over once in like 1840 or something, but
when I was young, the lake, the edges of the lake would freeze, and it would almost look like you'd walk on it, and then you try to and just go through. Back in the 80s.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days. Back in the day, man. Back in the day. Yeah. Hey, Iron Antler is in. Welcome. I see people popping in every now and again. Please remember to throw a thumbs up on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Show the love, baby. Show the love.
Dennis, it felt like we could have talked all day today.
Oh my God! If I didn't have someplace I had to go, I'd probably still be in Ithaca, sitting down having a sub at Wegmans. But you're easy to talk to. You've got a lot of knowledge, and definitely I could have stayed there all day, but I had to go deliver those flowers, and because I delivered the flowers, I got homemade chocolate chip cookies made just for me this morning.
Pretty sweet.
When she found out I was going to be heading through into home, Mom said she went right to the kitchen and started baking cookies, because that was my thing last year. I would come there from the corner store. I would pick up homemade cookies and then go out to metal detect. And they said, we love the homemade cookies at the corner store, but ours are way better. And then they started making me cookies every day when I would come to metal detect. It became my afternoon snack. So, yes, Tanya, I had to deliver the flowers. And John will tell you, I picked a couple of nice little bouquets of flowers, and Alicia loved the big bouquet, and her daughter, she said that tulips are her favorite flower. I didn't know that. And purple is her favorite color. So I did good. Yeah, she was pretty happy.
Well, you had some help, Dennis.
I had some help.
Yeah. What was her name? Juanita?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what her name was. I wasn't really paying attention to her name because I was on my way to see two women, You can't get too many. Yes, there was a young lady there helping me pick the flowers out. So yeah, she did help some. I had been eyeballing. They had just put those big bouquets out on display. So it definitely it hit the spot when I got them up there and delivered them, and they liked them a lot, and I got homemade cookies out of it. So yay for me.
I think that woman was supposed to watch you tonight, though.
She is. She's supposed to be here.
Everything, yeah.
I hope she comes in so I can remember what her name is. I'm very bad with names.
She was really nice, though.
She was very friendly. Definitely an Ithaca person. She had earring in her nose, 16,000 earrings in one ear and 17,000 earrings in the other ear. She had that hippie look, like a modern day hippie, but in a good way. Very friendly, very helpful. Mm-hmm. So, yes, Tanya, I had to deliver those flowers. I didn't have any choice. Yeah. So your name, you put in John N.D.? No, John D.
John D.
See, I'm reading it wrong. What did you tell me your nickname was? Wait. I got it. Your name is Duck. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Not Frog, but Duck.
Duck.
John
Frog.
Duck.
Yeah.
All right, guys, just be aware.
Mark the Bird Hunter calls me Duckman.
Duckman. Shannon Dalton says, very friendly, but don't know her name. Well, I had a different person in my head at that time. I was thinking about something else.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, Kim, my future ex-wife. She says, I used to have 16,000 earrings in one ear and 17,000 earrings in the other ear when I was younger. Well, Kim, I'm glad you don't anymore because you'd already be my ex-wife. Just saying, man. Not my future ex, but my now ex. Yeah.
I noticed the nose ring, but I didn't notice the thousands of earrings in her ear.
And then she had a ring on every single finger. I think that's I don't know what that is, but it used to be you'd meet a girl, you'd be out shopping, see a pretty girl, and you'd look to see if she had a ring on her finger or a ring on her finger. And then you would know whether to continue with your flirtatious behaviors. Now you can't tell. And in some cases, the girl you're talking to might not actually be a girl anymore. Because there's that whole thing going on now. And so, thankfully, I'm old enough that it doesn't really matter anymore, really, in the big picture. But, I mean, today you don't know who or what you're talking to sometimes. You got to be careful.
True.
Yeah.
On to another subject.
Yeah, I have a tendency to drift sometimes. Yeah.
Then don't be surprised if I get kicked off. My phone might overheat or lose connection.
Okay. All right.
Just to let you know, I'm not being rude.
No, I wouldn't take it that way anyways. I'm happy you came up, and I'm going to do a mail call, so I'm going to kick you out anyways.
Okay.
We're going to keep this short. I'm really beat. I've had about 12 hours of driving the last 2 days, and I'm going to have to go to bed early so I can function in the morning, get that big board off from the van, and go metal detecting. But John, I appreciate you coming up, sharing the ring with us.
Thanks
and
for that.
Yeah, give me a call anytime here in the next couple of days, and we'll head out to the field. All right. Awesome. Thanks, John.
Right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So that was John FLX. Next Friday is my birthday. How old will I be? Cynthia, you will be 61. But you will look 22. How is that for an answer? Did I get it right, Cynthia? Tanya says, happy birthday, Cynthia. Happy birthday, Cynthia. I actually know when your birthday is, too. I know the date. Your birthday is April the 16th, I think. She says I'm full of poop, but she loves me. No, that can't be right. She can't be telling me that. Was it right about the age? Or was I wrong? The 14th. Okay. I know it's in April. I don't think you chased anybody away, John. I think they all stuck around. As a matter of fact, I think we got a few extras. I appreciate you coming up and sharing your find with us, and I can't wait to go hunting with you. John gave me a big croto bell when we met up, and unfortunately I forgot it and left it in the van, or I'd show you guys. I'll have it out for the next live stream for sure next week. And I think Cynthia is scheduled to be my guest next Friday. Cynthia, it sure would be great if you would come and be a guest on Around the Campfire with KCMD. Keep it in mind. We've got a mail call. So we got a mail call from CCD, Clark's Cove Detecting. Yeah, don't you remember I asked you? Tom Riley, I did not go through Syracuse. I came in through Corning and Ithaca. Yeah, Cynthia, I talked to you about it, and you said you would think about it and let me know, and you haven't let me know because you probably forgot. But you know that happens with old age. So I got a mail call from Clark's Cove Detecting. I won one of their giveaways a couple weeks ago. And so I'm going to pull all this stuff out of here and we'll read the letter together. I got a bunch of stuff from Clark's Cove. They gave me a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty happy about it. So we got a little letter. And the letter reads, "Hey, Dennis S. Congrats on winning our live stream Saturday, March 11th giveaway. Enclosed are your winnings. Hope they arrive safely. Enclosed also is a new Cobra for Life sticker. Please let us know when it all arrives. Your friends, Robert and Melissa, Clark's Cove Detecting." A nice little note. Tanya says, "How was the drive to your West Virginia stop?" Well, I'm going to tell you, Tanya, the drive was pretty good except for that one wrong turn. And that one wrong turn was really not good. It was the goat path from hell. You guys can see that video. I won't tell you any more about it, but it was horrible. Cynthia says, "Kiss my grits, I'm not old." I don't know who called her old, but you better watch out. She'll beat you. So from Clark's Cove, we got a 1953 Denver wheat penny. Right there, 1953 Denver. You know, I found a Wheatie in their yard, 1947 Denver. I was pretty happy about that. And I found a marble, too. Yeah, Tanya, that video is labeled GPS, wrong directions, goat path to hell. Randy, thank you. That was a funny. I'm going to tell you what, guys, before we continue this mail call, let me just say this. Initially, the goat path wasn't so bad. And it wasn't a great road, but I couldn't figure out how they could go 55 miles an hour. Melissa said, "We drive 55 miles an hour down that road, but it's pretty windy and bendy. You probably won't go that fast." I'm driving down this road going, holy crap. I cannot believe they drive 55 on this road. And then the pavement ended and it became something else. And I'm going to tell you what, it scared the crap out of me. And at the time, it really was not that funny. Although after going back and watching the chat, I could see there was a lot of laughs about that particular, goat path from hell. And I was doing a live stream. I'll put the link in. You guys can watch it after the live stream if you want. I want to tell you what. the path got worse and worse as I drove along. And then there was a creek ahead of me, and I didn't know how in the heck I was going to get out and turn around. Yeah, everything just went bad. I mean, it went really bad. Dennis was getting emotional, but it was most definitely funny. Not the emotional part, but his reaction. Guys, if you get a chance and you feel up to it, go and watch this video right here, because it is. I watched it later, and then I watched it again so I could read the chat, and then I watched it again because it was so hilarious. So, yeah, if you get a chance, guys, go check that video out. Back to Clark's Cove, CCD. They sent me an Indian head penny. It's really a nice Indian head, actually. It's in a little container. It's an 1885 IHP from Clark's Cove Detecting. They sent me this little steel penny, but it's plastic, and it says copy. It's very cool. Then they sent me a foreign coin. It's a what is that? South Africa, 1942. I can't something. Suid Africanus, half. I think it's a dinar, half dinar. That's a really sweet foreign coin from 1942. Oops, it's upside down. From 1942. That's really cool. I love this. I love this car wash token. This says Soaks Rapid Car Wash on one side, and the other side it says Soaks Self-Serve Car and Pet Wash. Well, I want to tell you what, if I had my cat out there with me, he might not be so happy if I was giving him a bath at the car wash. That's a pretty cool token. I'm going to put that with my tokens and add it to my collection of tokens. That's a really neat token. Then we got a lapel pin that says CSX. I don't know what that stands for, but it's pretty. And then Starry's Lost and Found pin back. There's my Cobra for Life sticker. That's going to go on the shaft of my metal detector tomorrow. They sent me a Clark's Cove sticker. You lose it, we find it. I'm going to save that one for a minute. They sent me a $100 bill. No, wait, I'm sorry, a $10 bill. It's a $10 bill sticker. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look at that and see if it says something different than a regular $10 bill does. And on the back, it's the back of a $10 bill. Now, that's pretty darn cool. I've never seen a sticker quite like that before. Oh, yeah, it might be Railroad, Tanya. Then we got an old Danny Boy sticker. That's going to go on the van. We got Straight Up Metal Detecting YouTube. That's tripwire. And that's one of those fancy ones. That's pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever gotten a sticker pack. That's probably because I don't have stickers. We have Team Black Diamond Outdoors, and that's one of those fancy hologramic things. That's cool. I'm so happy I got this one here. This is a Mare Video sticker. And that's the first one I've gotten of those. That's really neat. I'm happy I have that. John, maybe I should try that. We got a hot dog dig sticker, and that one is signed on the back, so we won't probably stick that up anywhere. And we got the Beach is Our Sandbox Team Lynch BMD. How cool is that? The beach is our sandbox. I love that. And we actually got a couple of those, so we'll be able to give some of those away on the channel. I got 2 of those. We'll give one of those away at some point. And then we got Keep Swinging, the One Detector. I don't know who that. Oh, it's 717 Detector, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's 717. I don't know. 717, is this one of your stickers? That. Yes, it's 717. He signed it. Look at that. Keep swinging. 717. That's a lot of cool stickers. And this one is my favorite sticker of all. It says, toilet camera for research only. Toilet camera for research only. That is funny. So that is a really nice package from Clark's Cove Detecting. Robert and Melissa, they are truly wonderful people. I had a great visit. It was very short. I did a single day up there. Had an absolute blast of a time. We went out side by siding, and the off-roading on the side by side, those roads were better than the road I was on when I took a wrong turn. That video will be coming out. I have to put it together, and I just have to buckle down and get it put together and get it set to release. It will not be a premiere, but a feature release. And we have the other Robert Clark. That's FL Thunder. And I won one of his giveaways a while back, Christmas time, I think. And so what I got from him is, he's got it taped in there. I got a USCG 1 gram of silver, a 1 gram silver bar, and I got a FL Thunder Diggin' Florida sticker, and he just wrote, "Congrats, Dennis," out on the front of the package. So thank you, Rob, FL Thunder. I'll throw that gram of silver in the ground somewhere and let somebody find it. Somebody who metal detects can find it. And then I got a package from Canada. This came from Looter 8. Frank at Looter 8. I won a duck race on his channel. And he sent me a little something special. And so let's see if I can find it in here. Oh, there it is. I haven't even pulled this apart yet. He sent me a couple of his stickers. I have Looter 8. That's going on the van. And then we have Looter 8, Treasure Hunter, and then Dig, what's it say? We Dig Old Bottles. That's a really cool sticker. That's going on the van. And then he gave me this one, which is one of those fancy stickers. Looter 8, metal detecting, bottle digging, Treasure Hunter. And it's one of those fancy stickers. That's going to go on the side of the van. And then we got a little bitty coin. See if I can get it out of there and still be able to read the writing. Frank did a really good job packaging this up to prevent it from looking like it had a coin in there. And the first time he sent it, it got sent back because the post office didn't recognize the name and they wouldn't deliver it. So I had him send it to my dad's house to ensure that it would get here. This is, hey, Plugs for Days, welcome. So here's what we got from Looter 8 is a dime. It's a Canadian dime. It's a beautiful coin. And on the back, it has the sailing ship. Down underneath, the water is blue. So it's colorized. Hey, backbreaking, metal detecting. So this is known as a blue nose. This is a colorized dime from Canada. And it's a pretty cool, pretty neat coin. It's a commemorative 1921 to 2021. And it's got Elizabeth II on the front of it. And it really is a beautiful coin. I'm pretty happy I got that. That will go in my collection. He also sent us a little letter, a little note. Let's put it back in the case here, the bag, so I don't lose it. And it says, Dennis, congratulations on the big win. Keep up the great work with your channel. Your live streams are very entertaining. Frank and Tyler, Looter 8. So Looter 8, thank you very much for that blue note. I really love it. Maybe you'll win something on my channel again. I know you last summer you won a couple of times when we sent you some. We were doing gift cards then. Now there is something else that I got. I forgot to mention. I got a Clark's Code detecting bracelet. I like that a lot. And then while I was visiting with Clark's, they gave me these nails. Yeah, Tanya, that's a really sweet dime. I really like it. So they gave me these railroad spikes, but they're tiny in comparison to the railroad spikes we find here or down in Florida. And these railroad spikes have a number on the top. Like that one says 49. And this one says 54. And this one says 48. And this one's a little bit rough. It's been smacked. This one is square, and it's got a weird look to the square. And this one has a letter P, and it's round. These ones, one of these, the 54 is round. The 49 is square. And the letter P is round. And I think it's a 48 is square. And what they told me these are railroad spikes. And the number on the top would be 1849. And the letter refers to a year after these ones would have been made. They went to the alphabet. And they're really neat spikes. I can say I've honestly never found one. Tanya, these were used to set the plate that holds the railroad tie in place. So you would have a big plate that the railroad spike would go into, the big spikes. These would be put in to set it in place before they hit the big spike down. And those are pretty darn cool. Hey, Homestead Detectorist, welcome. So that's our mail call. If you guys are bored and want something to do, or you just inspection spikes is what Shannon is saying. That could be what I don't know what they are exactly, and they didn't know exactly. But they are from the railroad, Tanya, and specifically from West Virginia, which is just a nice little piece of history from West Virginia. So if you guys are bored or just want to listen to my voice singing or not singing, the last several days I've been running a live stream while I'm driving. Some great scenery, some not so great scenery, some laughs, some terrifying moments, maybe a few tears. Go check out my live streams from the last few days. I had one yesterday. I had one today. I had one when I went down the goat path, and the goat path to hell. This is the link to that stream. It was a live stream. I'm really glad that the camera was running on a live stream, because if I told the story to somebody, they probably wouldn't have believed me. This was just absolutely the worst wrong turn I've ever taken, and was downright, well, I don't want to tell you too much. If you want to know what happened, click on that link, go watch it, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, let me know you were there. Coming up here somewhere along the way, we're going to do a giveaway from that video, and it'll be a random comment picker. So if you don't watch the video and you don't make a comment, you won't be in the drawing. This is the video right here. Go check it out. Smash the thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it. For those of you that were there, I thank you for coming along for the ride, and I'm glad I was able to bring you a laugh, Kim, my future ex-wife. I'm going to cut this short tonight because I'm pretty tired. It's been a long couple of days of driving, and I need to get some rest before I go out to the Colonial Cornfield tomorrow. And I think Steve Jr. is going to join me tomorrow, and she's going to swing the Garrett AT Max and see what she can find out in the cornfield. Pretty exciting stuff. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Thank you, Frederick Amato. John from FLX, man, I really enjoyed meeting you today. I can't wait to have you over here and do a little metal detecting together, and then me going over there to Trumansburg and doing a little metal detecting. Thank you, Tanya. She'll be in the video. She was when Steve Jr. was in several videos last fall. She's been in a few of my short videos. She's a good sport, and she's looking forward to the opportunity to go metal detect with me. So, yeah, when she finds stuff, I'll be shooting video with her. I never did find my chest mount. I'm going to have to order another one. I lost it in South Carolina somewhere. Who the heck knows? I can't find it. Time to order a new one. FLX, you're right. I'm looking forward to a grand metal detecting season. Oh, sorry about that. Um, I'm going to be in several states this year, so I'm really looking forward to it. Um, thank you for all the good luck wishes, and um, thank you, Tanya, for the. I'm glad I made it home. It was a long ride, and it's a little chilly, but tomorrow it's going to be 60, and next week it's going to be in the 80s, and then I can put on shorts and go out to the fields. It'll be all right. Thank you again. Good night, everybody. See you next Friday, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another edition of Around the Campfire with KCMD. And I think our guest is going to be Cynthia Swearingen. We'll talk about it. If not, we'll throw the link up and let anybody come up that wants to come up. Good night, everybody.